go of perfection and accept yourself. My dearest friend, I want you to sit down for a moment. Place your hand on your heart and take a deep breath. Breathe in gently. Breathe out slowly. And just be here in this moment. No need to do anything. No need to fix anything. No need to be better. Just you as you are. I know there have been so many days when you woke up with a list in your mind. Things you need to do better. Things you need to change. Things you're not enough for. You've learned to look at yourself with critical eyes. Every part that's not up to standard becomes a reason to blame yourself, your body, your voice, your emotions, even the moments of vulnerability you keep hidden. You're exhausted, not because you haven't done enough, but because you've tried so hard for so long to be perfect in a world that's never satisfied. My dearest friend, I feel the weight you're carrying. I know what it's like to always have to brace yourself to fit in. I know that subtle shiver when you compare yourself to someone more beautiful, more capable, more composed. I know that quiet void echoing within you. I'm not enough. I'm not here to tell you to be strong. I'm here to sit with you. When you're tired, when you're lost, when you just want to let go and say, I don't know who I am anymore. And I want to whisper this to you. You don't need to be perfect to be loved. You are enough, even if you don't believe it yet. You're allowed to be tired. You're allowed to let go. You're allowed to not know the way. Imagine, on your shoulders is a heavy coat. The coat of having to be perfect. The coat of having to push through. The coat of having to be better, prettier, more lovable. Now, I invite you in your imagination to gently slip that coat off your shoulders. Slowly. No pressure. Just a symbolic gesture. And then, let your shoulders breathe. Let your arms relax. Let your heart be bare, no armor, no coat. Just itself, with its raw beating rhythm, whole and enough. My dearest friend, if tears come as you hear these words, let them flow. They're a sign of a heart that hasn't been allowed to soften for too long. They're love returning. No need to hide. No need to resist. Just breathe and allow yourself to be real. I acknowledge the exhaustion within me. I don't need to be perfect to be loved. I am enough even if I don't fully believe it yet. My dearest friend, now that your shoulders feel a little lighter, now that your sigh has been allowed to rise, now that you've bravely shed the armor called must be perfect, I invite you to join me in stepping into a sacred place, a place you've often avoided, a place where the parts of you deem not good enough reside, a place where you've hidden the unpolished, unpraised, unfinished pieces of yourself. It might be your body, with its wrinkles, stretch marks, or parts you've hated. It might be your personality, with its sensitivity, its tears, its intensity, its unpredictability. It might be your past, with its stumbles, mistakes, or things you wish you'd done differently. I'm not here to fix those parts. I'm here to hold them with you. Because those very parts you call imperfect are where true love can flow in. Imagine, in a small room within your heart, there's a little child sitting, curled up. That's the imperfect little one. They might be messy. They might be looking down. They might be crying because no one comes near. And you, in this moment, are the only one who can step into that room and open your arms You don't need to say anything profound. You just need to kneel down, reach out, and say, "Little one, I see you, and I'm here to hold you not because you've improved, but because you're already enough, just as you are. My dearest friend, let your arms, even in imagination, embrace the parts of you you've rejected. Let your eyes look at them not to judge, but to reconnect. You can place your hand on your stomach, the place you've hated, and whisper, "I'm sorry for trying to change you. From now on, I'll learn to hold you as a sacred part of me." You can place your hand on the emotions labeled too much, jealousy, insecurity, fear, and whisper, "I see you." You don't need to disappear. You can stay and be loved. True love begins here. Not when you're more beautiful, not when you're more accomplished, but when you dare to look at yourself with the deepest compassion. I embrace every part of me, even the imperfect ones. I no longer need to hide from myself. I am whole with all my light and shadow. My dearest friend, now, as you soften, as you dare to look at the parts you've hidden, as you embrace yourself with kindness, I want to take one more step with you. Letting go. Not letting go of dreams, not letting go of hope, but letting go of the perfect ideals, the molds you forced yourself to fit into. We were taught early on that there's an ideal version to chase, someone who's always patient, always calm, always beautiful, always capable, always with the right answers. And if we haven't reached that, it means we're not enough. My dearest friend, it's time to take a deep breath and lay down the shadow of the person you think you must become. Imagine, inside you is a frame, a mold made of standards others gave you, and you've tried to shape yourself to fit it. Your personality, your body, your lifestyle, your relationships, even the way you love. But have you noticed, every time you try to squeeze into that mold, a part of you breaks, hurts, or gets lost? Today, I invite you to perform a small ritual. In your imagination, picture yourself standing before a pristine plaster statue, the ideal statue you once admired. You step forward, place your hand on it. You touch its cold cheek. You see it's beautiful but lifeless. You realize it doesn't live. It doesn't breathe. It doesn't know how to love. And then you gently turn away. No need to destroy it. Just walk away. Return to yourself, where a heart beats, where emotions stir, where a living, loving, imperfect being exists. My dearest friend, you weren't born to become a monument. You were born to experience vividly, imperfectly, and with love. You don't need to become someone admirable. You just need to become you. Because you, with your honesty, your messiness, and your unique light, are already a miracle. I let go of the ideals that don't belong to me. I don't need to become someone else to be loved. I choose to be myself fully, authentically, and enough. My dearest friend, after letting go of those ideal molds, after no longer forcing yourself to be someone else, it's time to do one of the most profound and sacred things on your healing journey. Accept yourself. Not after you've fixed yourself, not when you've become better, but accepting yourself right here in your incompleteness, in your unfinished edges, in the vibrant being that you are. We often think acceptance is a destination, that only when everything is okay, we're allowed to be loved. But my dearest friend, true acceptance doesn't come after you're good enough. It comes when you decide to pause and say to yourself, I don't need to change to be worthy. I am worthy, and from that worthiness, I'll change if I choose to. Imagine you're sitting before a sacred mirror, not to scrutinize yourself, but to meet yourself with kind eyes. You look into those eyes, and instead of critiquing, you smile. You see the imperfect lines, but you don't fix them. You see the wrinkles, the shadows, the unfinished parts. But instead of turning away, you whisper, thank you for living. My dearest friend, acceptance isn't surrender. Acceptance is the surrender of judgment, to let love enter. When you accept yourself, you don't halt your growth. You simply remove the barriers so the sacred can flow through you. You allow yourself to become fertile ground, where all good things can bloom, without the pressure to be perfect right now. I invite you to place your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and whisper, I see you. You don't need to do anything to be held. You don't need to prove anything to stay. I'm here because you are you, and that's enough. We weren't born to be perfect. We were born to be human. And the most beautiful thing about being human is the ability to love in our incompleteness. I accept myself in all my shades, in both light and shadow. I don't need to be perfect to be worthy. I am me, and that is a gift. My dearest friend, now, after peeling away the hard shells of perfectionism, after gently embracing the parts you once rejected, after letting go of the person you had to become, and bravely saying to yourself, I accept myself even in my incompleteness, it's time to return. Return to the most sacred place. Return to love. Return to yourself as you truly are. No more conditions. No more if, then. No more after I achieve. Just, I love myself. Right now, in this breath, in this moment, in this form, I invite you, my dearest friend, to stand before a mirror. If there's no real mirror, imagine a mirror of light. It doesn't reflect flaws. It reflects your soul. Look at yourself. Look deeply, beyond skin, hair, expressions, beyond roles, achievements, or life stories, and see a gentle light living within you, a light that has never faded, only waiting for you to remember. Now, let your lips part and whisper softly, slowly, like a lullaby. I love myself. I don't need conditions to be loved. I am love. I am light. I am me, and that is enough. Say it again if you need to. Repeat it not to convince, but to call back something you've always known, but once forgot. My dearest friend, let those affirmations become water nourishing every cell. Every part you once denied is now bathed in the light of love. You don't need to rush. You don't need to believe immediately. You just need to plant the seed, and love will grow every day from within you. We end this journey, not with applause, but with an embrace, a hug you give yourself, a moment of deep breathing, a gentle reminder, I have always been worthy. I have always been enough, and that That love is my home. I love myself unconditionally. I am my own lifelong companion. I have returned, and I stay with love. My dearest friend, thank you for bravely walking with me. From the exhaustion of perfectionism, to the first breath of gentleness, to the arms embracing your imperfect parts, to the soft steps away from old ideals, and now standing fully in the light of love within you. Remember, you don't need to return here to be healed, because you carry that temple within you. Just place your hand on your heart and whisper, I am enough, I am loved, and I am myself.